As a student in the European Private Law Master's Program, you will get acquainted with topics of private law from an international and interdisciplinary critical perspective. You will participate in an international classroom with students from many different nationalities and different backgrounds. Also, the teaching staff represents different nationalities and different legal theoretical perspectives on private law.
So I think there's two features that really make this program unique. The first one is that we teach private law in an in-context manner, which means that we place the rules, the doctrines of private law in their context in which they currently play a role for society. Issues of sustainability, issues of digitalization, really the grand questions of today are running threads in our curriculum, and we link them to the doctrines of private law. And the second feature is that we really teach private law in its most contemporary manner. So we do not look at the rules of private law as something old-fashioned and historically stable, but as a field of law that is in constant evolution. Only by teaching private law through this most contemporary lens, we can train our graduates to become the best lawyers of the future. The lawyers that understand that private law is not only a field of law in the books, but a field of law in action that shapes current society.
I'm Benedict. I studied my bachelor's in Berlin, and then I also spent a year in France doing a master on general European Union law. I choose the UVA because it is more research-oriented. You don't just get taught how is the law, but also why is the law, and that is something that I really appreciate, this research-oriented focus that encourages you to think on your own. This program offers a variety of subjects. You've got subjects on the more doctrinal side of things, such as European tort law or European contract law, where you really take the doctrinal perspective and look at the letter of the law. And then you've got subjects which are more conceptual in their nature, which look at how the law shapes markets, organizes our society. And to me, that is a perspective that I really, really valued.
I'm from Amsterdam and I did my Bachelor's of Law at the University of Amsterdam. So one course which I particularly liked was the course Private Law in an International and European Context, where we discussed many topics as, for example, sustainability, digitalization, and also the interplay between European Union and national legal systems.
One of our courses is part of the Amsterdam law practice. This course, more than others, even places students in the concrete role of a legal professional, be it a corporate counsel, be it a representative for an NGO, or be it of a member of the European Parliament. And through these various lenses, then, students in this course look at how private law rules are being made, how legislation is being drafted, and whose interests really are at stake when we think about new doctrines and new rules of private law. After graduation, our students are really set for a career of international dimension. The majority, possibly, of our students working in private practice, as corporate counsels, in-house counsels, in compliance, but we also have a number of students working in the public sector, be it as civic servants, and some of them even as judges in their national jurisdictions. And then lastly, we have a number of students who are so inspired by the academic vocation that they opt for an academic and teaching career.
The reason I came here to do a Master in European Private Law is that I've always wanted to study European law in Europe, and the University of Amsterdam offers one of the few full English programs that gives us a systematic training in private law. We have a very international classroom. We have students from all over the world. It's very nice for me because both on a personal level, we get to make friends from all over the world, get to learn about different cultures, as well as for educational reasons, because then in our classroom there would be all these different perspectives from different jurisdictions. After graduation, I want to do a PhD. Doing a PhD is actually one of the reasons that first motivated me to do this master here, because I think it would be a very good preparation, both in terms of substantive knowledge as well as research methodology.
I would encourage all future students to really make use of how approachable professors are. They encourage you to ask questions, they answer, they encourage you to participate and to pursue your own research, and that is something that I really appreciate and I think you should make use of.